Welcome back everybody. Happy first trading day of the month, and what a gift we have got here from Ethereum. Absolutely flying, smashing all-time high after all-time high. And yeah, it's the ecosystem is finally developing into a space where we're starting to see more developments, and this is now relative of the price action. And a weekly signal played off, a very big weekly signal, so we're seeing that. And yeah, we broke out of my resistance here, and then look how perfectly we tapped this resistance, guys. It doesn't get more perfect than this. Literally, I drew this in. Go check the last video and look where I moved this in, and we tapped this. We had a short-term pullback, closed above the resistance, retested it somewhat back as support, and now flying up, going where, guys? To my next resistance. So yes, this area here, I'm looking at this to be a stronger resistance, and I do think that we could have a stronger pullback now. And this is the weekly signal that played out, guys. And if you look and we remove all drawings, we bring the Bollinger Bands, you can see anytime that price has closed above the topside Bollinger Band. Do we have a long-term chart? Yeah, this is pretty nice chart. All right, so let's back test this. So when we had a closure above the topside Bollinger Bands, we had 2 months of consolidation, right? 2 weeks, sorry, only. And then we had an increase of, I have to zoom out a bit. So then we had the closure above, 2 weeks consolidation, and then we had a 265% move. Prior to that, let's go back test this. We had the close above here. We had a move of 200% again. Prior to that, in the Genesis, we had a closure above here. We had a move of 900%. We're not going to count that. All right, let's see some other examples when we've seen similar signals play out. So then after that, we got a close above, and after the close above here, we had a move of 43% on the lower end. You could argue 100%, to be honest. The next time we had a close above, which was here, we had a move of 27%. Right, so this you can argue is 100%. The next time we had a closure above, we had 50%. So we have a 200 and a 50% move. The next time we got a close above, that was that big run, we had a 200%. Right? Oh no, we didn't check this one. So the next time we got the closure above, we had a 100%. So let's play around with some numbers here. We can see obviously on the low end we had a 50%. So a 50% will bring us all the way up to a 50% from the closure above would bring us to, still a 4,000, 4,500 Ethereum. But looking at how the market's moving, we've seen Bitcoin explosive moves. I do expect something quite explosive, and playing around with numbers, let's average it at about 100 to 120%. So 100%, let me put this on log. Right, 100% increase would be, let's say 120 is a $6,000 Ethereum. So we could see a $6,000 Ethereum, and then just a nice 100% would be a 6,000, and then a bit more would be a 6,500. So, but on the high end, we have seen 200% increases. So a 200% increase is gonna bring Ethereum up to, we've seen like 250 on the, about that, almost that $10,000 level. So it is not out of the question that we could see a $10,000 Ethereum. Now I'm saying that is very moon numbers and very out there numbers, but it is something that's happened in the past, meaning that it could happen in the future. But I do believe in diminishing returns. But there's one thing that's different, is that Ethereum now is a deflationary asset, so that could hold a lot of importance. So now since we have this Bollinger Band close, I'm looking at this as a base for price action. We see anytime it's based on the Bollinger Band. So if price was to come down here, it's saying that the base is now somewhat around 2,950 or something. So that's a good base. Let's go have a look at what I'm looking for, an opportunity if Ethereum was to come down here. And yeah, let's look at daily. Yeah, daily is really bullish, guys. I mean, yeah, it is that 2.9, guys. That's the last area of support, that 2.950, the same as we saw on the Bollinger Band. So if price was to come back down here, then I could see that as an opportunity. I definitely see this 2.7 area here as a major opportunity. This 2.6 here would be the best opportunity. But I do think we soon have a greater pullback here. I do think we start playing a pullback, not at this, it could be here at 2, at this area here, or we could even push higher, you know, just taking one more measurement now from this area to this area is bringing me, all right, fine. It's hard to start dragging, guys. Guess we'd have to drag from this base here to this new high. And yeah, about 2.4, you know, 3.4, sorry. So about 3.4. Let's adjust that perfectly. So yeah, about 3.4 would be the next target, but I do think, you know, somewhere around this 3,200 we do have a stronger pullback. And this is also pulling Bitcoin up at the same time, and I think Ethereum is leading the market now, pulling Bitcoin. Based on technical analysis, Bitcoin should pop up here now to 60,000. He very easily has a chance to pop up 60,000. Daily, on the other hand, weekly has confirmed a low. Ooh, wow, taking out the previous wick. This is starting to look like a low. We could reject up here and then play out my range. Bitcoin could come back down here while Ethereum takes that small pullback. Bitcoin could have a stronger pullback back to 49, which I think would be a major opportunity. And now, but this signal playing, if the daily closes how it is now, yeah, we could see price pop up here to 59,000. We're still not out of the blue. Bitcoin becomes bullish above this last significant higher low, which is coming in at 62,510. So once we start trading above there, then I can switch around and say, all right, this was a, you know, Batman rules again, right? Batman pattern playing out, and Bitcoin is continuing up and onwards. Looking at momentum, Stokes picked up. Daily, yeah, look, catching all these lows, looking good. So, you know, yeah, it does look like it wants to continue up. Market is here bullish, but Bitcoin still can turn around, and it wouldn't be a surprise if Ethereum does it with it, right? And if we do get that rollover and Ethereum just takes a small pullback, giving us an opportunity, I do think that Ethereum hits these higher numbers. Looking at Bitcoin dominance, on the other hand, this is crashing down. We've closed below our next pivot here. So we have to look at what targets. We haven't seen dominance get this low in a very long time. We are at a minor support level here, and then our next support is all the way here. So I can say that we probably are in an alt season now, and you know, based on dominance factors, you know, not sure, but the altcoins do seem to be performing well across the board here. You know, Uni up, you know, look at, you know, Uni up 4%. We have Sushi up 5%. That has been heavily trashed, Sushi. So that's good that it's getting up. You know, Uni is really taking over here, pushing in all-time high after all-time high. And yeah, you know, looking at dominance, we are tapping a target, so we could have a tiny bounce here. We'll see how that goes, but once we close below that, it's down to the next target, and we'll see some of these low numbers that we haven't seen in many years. But with that being said, I think I'm going to wrap up the video with that. So short term, Ethereum, a bit more upside here, you know, in the smaller time frames, like the 1 hour. Yeah, it's continuation. I do think we tap my target. It's getting very hot, you know, maybe a tiny pullback and then tap this target, and then I do think we pull up a little bit of a harsher pullback. Bitcoin being dragged up by Ethereum, looking for my target up there of 60 to be hit. That being said, take care, guys, trade sharp, and until next time, peace.